Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we are going to continue our coverage on everything that's being added to Hearthstone, whether it's the pay-to-win Battleground system or the new currency. I want to talk about it all. We had our initial rant video yesterday about them making it pay-to-win, making it worse for the player, because that's what Blizzard does, and my stance hasn't changed on that. I think it's garbage, and we'll talk more about it. I was going to announce the giveaway winner for the $300 worth of Hearthstone packs out of my pocket, but with everything that happened yesterday, there was stuff I wanted to hype up about it and get it ready. It'll be on Sunday. Again, I'm pushing it back. I apologize, but there will be $300 worth of Hearthstone packs given away. You have to like and comment to the video description below, subscribe to the channel, all that crap. Again, I'll hype it up better as we get closer to Sunday, but I am going to push it to the weekend. So yeah, a recap in case you missed it. Battlegrounds Season 2 is announced, and there are two big things that came with it besides the new content, which is like quests and heroes, which is cool and stuff, that's all fine, has been completely overshadowed, like entirely. Nobody even wants to talk about the new content because of two things. First is Battlegrounds is now pay to win. There's no way around it. It is now pay to win. You pay money for the paid tavern pass in Battlegrounds. It has its own rewards track. You get access to 2 extra heroes, and the only way to buy this thing is with the new currency, universal currency added to Hearthstone, which are Runestones. And you cannot, like it said, you cannot use gold in Battlegrounds. Runestones will be used for basically a lot of stuff in Hearthstone. We'll talk about it and why it's probably not good for the game, why it's there. I hopefully it won't be as bad as what we're thinking, but again, we're going to cover all of it. And yes, Runestones are something you cannot acquire in game. You cannot, it can only be bought with money. So naturally this created a lot of outrage in the community. All of a sudden now we have a secondary currency on top of gold, which is already a secondary currency. We've seen this in other mobile games where they have all these currencies, they don't line up. It's made to put in there to make you spend more, and also making Battlegrounds, the mode that was the most free-to-play friendly in the game, now be the worst and most predatory in terms of you absolutely have to spend if you want to play at the same level as other players. Whereas regular Hearthstone, you can grind, get dust, you can get packs, you can realistically play a Hearthstone free-to-play and compete. You can hit rank 1 legend while competing, whereas Battlegrounds, it is literally impossible to get this hero advantage, which is a significant advantage without spending money. And well, subreddit had a lot of fun with it. There's some pretty good memes of Better Call Saul here. I just finished the series. Holy crap, is it good? Watch it if you haven't. Breaking Bad as well, of course. Vince Gilligan, you're a god. Anyways, yes, it's a legally distinct currency. Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcrafts, or Runestones, not like money at all. We had the same picture where they showed with the sense of pride and accomplishment from EA. Just a lot of people very upset. I thought this post summed it up really well. In order to continue to support Battlegrounds, you now have to pay real money and can't use gold to get 4 hero is the worst excuse I've ever heard. Way to hold us hostage here, Blizzard, locking a competitive edge behind a paywall and then saying we have to do this or Battlegrounds will die is extremely manipulative and puts the blame on the players for not shelling out enough money towards the mode. Obviously, we know that if nobody pays for the game, it will lose support, but locking a feature that makes you strictly better is extremely shady, and that's my big issue with it. Could they have not tried launching this with like a bunch of awesome cosmetics and features, and people will probably be willing to pay? But basically, they have no faith in their cosmetics and all that, and feel like they have to gouge the player with this pay-to-win thing. We saw a prominent Battleground streamer, Dog, just pay to win, sad face, just kind of sad. But then when we focus on Runestones, the new currency, Ben Hearthstone summed it up with like, but why? Why are we doing this? And Celestalon went onto Twitter, he's one of the devs for Hearthstone, and please do not go and like flame devs or anybody that works on the Hearthstone team over the monetization of this stuff. First off, it's mostly out of their control. Second, if you have criticism, you can vocalize it, but don't be attacking, ask questions and all of that. At the end of the day, they're allowed to monetize their game however they want. We're just allowed to tell them how we feel and why we don't like certain things. So please do not attack any devs on the team, anything like that. So Celestalon says 3 important points about Runestones are the prices are not changing. The Runestone prices are based on US pricing, so that's a big issue, by the way. 100 Runestones per $1. So you can buy 100 Runestones for $1. Prices should still be very clear. We've chosen Runestone bundle sizes to exactly match the top seller selling products and minimize wasted runestones. They allow us to offer smaller products for sale, like individual BG skin or emotes. And I responded to this because, well, you guys can tell I kind of have a problem with it. With what is the advantage of adding runestones other than creating confusion or excess currency unspent? How does this benefit the average player? I would love to hear any reasoning as to why this makes things an improvement over just buying items, you know, for the exact price. Nicholas Deck just quote retweeted this, that you can buy, they can offer smaller products. Apparently that's the only incentive. They can offer more stuff to sell for cheaper. So then I responded with, well, why can't you just price that item for less money then? Is there a restriction on that? And I get the response of, this is the way we were able to make it happen. No real response, right? Like, we're given no details. They're just saying the only way we can put stuff in the shop for cheaper is this way. By adding an additional currency that is going to lead, and we'll go through the issues with this. The thing here is minimize wasted runestones, not eliminate. There's going to be wasted runestones. There's no way around it. There's going to be wasted runestones. You're not always going to line up with that key bundle, with that key pack, with that key portrait, whatever, right? Like, it's not going to work. And it's also based on US pricing. What about other currencies? They're going to get screwed by this. Foreign exchange, all that stuff. It's going to line up perfectly in every country. Maybe it'll line up well in the US, but probably not for me in Canada. Maybe not for you in Europe if you're over there. Like, this doesn't line up. It's not really great. And again, if the only incentive, the only reason they're going through this whole thing is so they could offer smaller purchases, well, Regis had a really good take on that as well. Regis said, I'm curious if there couldn't have been a rune stop shop that enables this upside without upending the real money purchases elsewhere. This system has been used to obfuscate prices and create inefficiencies time and time again, so people are reasonably concerned, I think. And like, yeah, why don't they just have the runestones added to the game, but you can only buy in that one section these really obscure things like that. They're small and they want to, you know, get around, I'm guessing, transaction fees and all of that. The other theory is to get around gambling laws with loot boxes in other countries. It's all very shady. It's all very just not transparent. Even their responses aren't transparent. And of course, Regis did not get a response on this. And yeah, it sucks. I think the runestone thing makes it worse for the player. There's no way around it. The runestones are worse for the player. They're better for Blizzard and nobody else. That's it. So you're wondering, will I still be able to buy packs and all this stuff with gold and all of this? I am happy to say that Celestalon clarified that aside from the Battlegrounds Season Pass, which is they're making sure it's paywalled, everything currently purchasable with gold still will be, and we have no plans to change that. But that could change. You never know. They took away the perks and all that in Battlegrounds. They could on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to trust them because they do change these things and make it worse. This strictly Battlegrounds, it's worse. No matter how you say it, I know you can get some extra cosmetics and stuff, but the game mode is worse for the average player because the average player loses out on that competitive advantage. And now, what's the new currency? It's worse because I can't just buy what I want exactly for money. I have to buy these runestones, and it's not always going to line up. It's absolutely impossible. And again, it's worse for us, so that sucks. But yes, you will have be able to get card packs, tavern tickets, hero skins, card backs in the collection manager, mini sets. All that still will be purchasable with gold. So basically everything in the game in Hearthstone right now that you could purchase with gold will remain that way. So that is a good thing, but that's like, wow, great, you're not ripping us off in that regard, you know? Like, it's not really the most exciting thing to give a compliment on. So at the end of the day, I don't think runestones will make the game fun, more interesting. It's just gonna make it more expensive in the long run, frustrating. It's really kind of underhanded the way they're communicating it all. I appreciate their efforts. I know the devs are handcuffed on a lot of stuff. It comes from upper management, it comes from the suits and all of that. I do not envy their position, so again, please don't harass them. And I'll just sum it up. I'll sum up everything for me about how I feel about, besides the runestones, which I mean is pretty clear, it's just not cool, not good, is that to me it's clear with the Battleground system that Blizzard is actively just okay with losing a good chunk of players with the sole reason of just making more money off of willing customers. Then they're entitled to do this, but it will overall, it'll hurt the Battlegrounds community no matter how you look at it, right? People will quit. there are people that will quit over this, and they know this and they're okay with it, and that just sucks. It sucks that for a company that keeps claiming Hearthstone makes them so much money. We had Ben Lee bragging on the Coin Conceit podcast that Mercenaries made so much money with the launch of it, yet they still apparently are struggling so much they need more money from us for Battlegrounds and these Runestones. And to me, it just comes off as greedy. There's really no other way around it. It comes off as greedy, and it makes me sad that it's going to drive people away from the game. There'll be plenty that stick around, but there'll be plenty that leave, and that just makes me really sad. And it's just all avoidable in my opinion. They could have found another way of doing this stuff, I feel like, but this is the easy way. Make your mode pay to win, put in a more predatory currency into the game, line your pockets, and yeah, some people will quit, and that'll be enough to keep things afloat. So I don't know. It just sucks overall. We'll see how things develop, but I will be shocked if they backpedal on any of this. I feel like this is all very calculated. They know exactly what they're doing, and they just don't give a shit. I mean, look at Diablo Immortal. All the bad press they got over that game, and they're making bank on it, even with the Asmongols of the world showing the absolute ridiculous predatoriness of it all. Blizzard is just not what Blizzard used to be. It's just sad. It's just a sad state. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and hopefully tomorrow maybe we can return and talk a little bit more about Hearthstone and not, you know, predatory garbage like this. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.